Hello, people. So the Monte tournament happened recently, and to no one's surprise, the virtual builds all dominated the lobby. Virtuality is the new ascension the devs released, where you complete your ascension path as a machine, and you just get free pops. Literally, you get as much pops as it takes to fill up all your jobs. So that is really OP. And this build, its only goal is to rush virtuality, well, and to pre-build some jobs. But that's like why everything here is taken. You're just trying to get as much unity as possible. So these are the traits, civics and ethics. Some other stuff that's not shown is your ruler should be an official, and also you need to take your starting system needs to be the sole variant of Void Dwellers. The game is kind of broken right now. It like keeps deselecting this even if you save it, so you have to like manually make sure you're on it. These are the settings that were used in the tournament. The only notable thing here is that tradition cost is 1 time, so even if you're playing with default settings, the timings here will be the same for you. So there's a lot of stuff you need to do as soon as you load into the game. This is just like mod stuff, it doesn't change anything. You can sell CGs and then buy minerals to build your first death temple. Go to Forge Capital and Militarized Economy, and you'll need to buy 5 CGs so you don't go into deficit because of that. Unemploy your enforcer and kill your science district, and then go to social welfare. Also, you can dismantle your crew quarters, there's no reason to have it. And as well as scout and go to isolationist. You don't have a lot of science. You'll get like a few techs though, so just take like whatever. Because you're playing Soul Start, you also have guaranteeds that will always be called the same thing. So your 2 guaranteed are Sirius and Alpha Centauri. They're not guaranteed to have planets. What they are guaranteed to have are deposits. So Sirius is a really good alloy deposit, and Alpha Centauri has research deposits. Because of that, you're gonna want to place your habitats there. So on the second month, you have enough unity to turn on your edicts. Since we're playing Death Cult, we have the sacrifice edicts. You are clicking this every 5 years. With your first construction ship, just fill out orbitals, minor orbitals, on empty deposits so that you get building slots. Yeah, some other stuff you need to do is you need to buy a trade focus leader, and if you don't have one, then unlucky, just wait until the next roll. I'm gonna buy it right now. Actually, I'm gonna wait. So your tradition order, take statecraft, go to dip this point, and then you're gonna dip a bit in mercantile, and then finish enmity. So what you need to do is yeah, take this. You need to set yourself up to re-elect an official. So on re-election, the approval rating is based a lot off of your faction approval. So right now, the Xenophile faction has 14 pops, and this is just like kind of random. Like you might have not even a spiritualist faction, you might have a materialist faction, and that kind of sucks because then you won't generate unity from them. It's just RNG. There's not much you can do, but right now the Xenophiles they have the most support, so you need a Xenophile official that you will set up to be re-elected. In my case, I have an official that's already Xenophile, but if I didn't, I would have to hire one, like one of these. Oh, I'm not sure when I finish building this, but immediately after, you want to start building an industrial district. And after your industrial district, you're just building commercial zones, and then your very last building is going to be a fourth death temple. Nice. Those are space people. I want to find an empire. I'm actually going to take energy mogul. Any trait that gives you jobs is really good, because like that one. Because like I said, virtual, it generates free pops based on how much jobs you have open. So if you can get free jobs from your leaders, they will get filled later down the line. So it's very nice. I'm gonna hire the trade focused guy now. Okay, so there's probably not an empire in this little cluster, so I'm just gonna leave. So at Soul Start, your Alpha Centauri and Sirius systems will have deposits on them guaranteed, and they will have a very high chance to have additional deposits. The Sirius system will have a guaranteed alloy and mineral deposit, which is super good, and it will have a very high chance of having mineral deposits, so it'll probably be your mineral habitat. And Alpha Centauri is just science. You have a guaranteed science deposit and a very high chance to have two more. So that's why I went to Sirius first, because this deposit is guaranteed and it's very good. I'm gonna buy some alloys. Just for a while. That is unfortunate. I kinda don't want this leader to die. Okay, nice, you didn't. Yeah, like I said, with this construction ship, you are just perma-building minor orbitals. Minor orbitals, which give you building slots, and then you're filling them with commercial zones. Because we are trying to rush as much unity as possible to finish virtuality, and trade is really good for that. That's another thing. If you're playing this in multiplayer and you have other people going trade, you will be able to use game mechanics such as branch offices and commercial packs to duplicate your trade for free. So if you have um, like some friends to do this with, like in the multi tournament, I was getting a commercial pack with like 7 people, and that was just giving me free unity. I was getting like 200 or something like that unity just from commercial packs that cost literally nothing. I'm not going to be forcing AI to give me commercial packs and stuff this game, and they probably wouldn't even give me much, but the build order doesn't really change. The only thing that changes if you have commercial packs is how fast you get virtuality. The build order, though, you will still build the buildings in like the same way. So I'm just waiting until I can build my first habitat, which will be around year 3. It's gonna take 2 more months. So I'm gonna stop buying alloys and go to Marketplace of Ideas to have even more unity. Also, what I will be doing is I will be giving myself communications at year 10 just to simulate a multiplayer lobby, because kind of similar to my Void Dweller video, I mentioned how AIs, they literally don't move, but players, like, if my commander didn't die, and honestly, maybe I should hire another one, but if he didn't die, I could just be spiraling out with my corvettes, and it's very easy to actually uncover the entire map in a multiplayer lobby by like year 10. Oh shoot. Yeah, so first habitat at year 3, that's good. Cool. So this is not the only way to get virtuality, because any machine can. The only requirement for having virtuality is being a machine species, and this build is like, I think it's the best. But okay, I'll tell you why I think this is the best first. These habitats, counterintuitively, they can be built up much taller than normal planets. So if you have a size 20 planet, you could put 20 districts on, right? But for these habitats, you can increase the amount of districts you can build on them with major orbitals. And the districts are also really good because things like your habitation districts and your zero-G research districts, they have more jobs. Virtuality buffs the amount of jobs you get too from districts. So for void dwellers, you will have like 6 clerks and 4.5 researchers per district, which is just really dense. So you will be able to have more pops on a habitat than you will on a planet, actually. And with virtuality, all that matters is the first thing that matters is getting virtuality, and then the second thing is maximizing the amount of jobs you can spawn out of virtuality. So, so the second build that was used a lot, well, not a lot, it's just a bit in the finals as well. I think it's like the second most survivable build was Ringworld, and the benefits of Ringworld are that, first of all, it is a lot harder to attack, especially in the Montu rule set, and the Montu rule set is different since you cannot claim systems that are not in your capital until you're 50. And since Ringworlds, they have three of their core rings in their capital. Those are all protected. Um, it can also rush virtuality actually faster than Void Dweller because you have access to trade districts and stuff. So for a Voidforged build, I might get virtuality year 28 in single player. Like I said, in multiplayer, all the numbers are just increased since you get free unity and trade. But I'll be able to I'll be able to finish virtuality at maybe, okay, yeah, it's also year 5, so I need to sacrifice more people. Sorry. I'll be able to get like a year 28 ascension, and maybe for Ringworld you can get it at year 26. But the major thing that I don't like is that you have way less pops than a Void Forged build. Because the ring worlds, the shattered rings, they're not as efficient. Sure, if you upgrade them to full rings, they are more efficient, but that is not at all viable for year 30. My commander returns. I'm gonna start scouting again. For these next few commercial zones, I'm going to start unemploying metallurgists, because I don't need metallurgists after I finish building my initial habitats. I don't need that much anyways. Yeah, this construction ship is just permanently building minor orbitals, but I have maxed it. I reached the max amount of building slots, so I don't need any more. I also have 2 extra energy jobs for my leader trade, which is actually really nice. I'm gonna build another science ship with a scientist. Tyranny is fine. So soon I'm gonna switch to Ford to trade capital, just so I can get more from trade. Yeah, just kind of just waiting. Soon I'm gonna push expand the council when it hits like 700 unity. And I could keep filling out enmity, but there's no reason to, because all of these traditions, they benefit you if you have rivals, and I don't have any. So I can start building my second habitat, and I'm only gonna stay to like, I'm only gonna build 2 habitats. You could build a third for 4 in total, but I mean, maybe I will. But with ritual, you get minus 25% production for every planet you build, so you don't necessarily want to build as much habitat as possible. I'm gonna go factory capital for a short while, because I need some sieges for my colony ship. Yeah, and then once you're done building this fourth death temple, your build-up is actually almost done. Or I mean, it's like pretty much done. And then later, I'm gonna build districts. That's like year 20. Anytime you get an event like this, by the way, you're taking Unity. Unity is the most important thing. So after expand the council, go departmental efficiency. And I like using the Apostle of Death so that I can actually use it for the year 10 sacrifice. Oh, I misclicked, but whatever. Honestly, these both are really good, but I'm just gonna go with Eye for Talent too. So you might notice I actually have like a lot of resources right now, and usually what you would do with this excess resources is if someone okay, so first of all, like the sorry. Sorry. So the weakest point of any virtual rush is the years 0 to 30 when you don't have virtuality. Because like right now, my entire empire is going into research. Unity. I don't have anything else being built. So if you get early ward, that will slow you down. Because of that, with these excess resources, if you're in danger, you should like start constructing defenses. Like just get a choke point and upgrade the starbase, and then start building defensive platforms. But I'm not really in danger anymore right now since I didn't spawn next to anyone. And these are only AIs, so I'm just gonna build major orbitals. And I'm gonna move some energy workers to mortal initiates. Oh cool. There's a federation, I think. So you need to think about soon where your all your habitats will be doing. You need minerals, alloys, and research. Those are your main resources. You actually don't need to build a lot of energy or build energy at all because you will be having trade fuel your economy. Clerks are plentiful, and even though they are inefficient pop to pop, you get infinite pops. So Alpha Centauri has a lot of research districts. This is going to be my research habitat, and I think since this place has two mineral districts, I'm going to build some minerals here and some alloys, and then I'm going to build only alloys on my capital. Cool. If you find prims and you want to, so ordinarily when you find prims, that's really useful because okay, wait, first of all, the election is happening, and oh god, the spiritualists and the xenophiles became like equally supported, so that's why you hover, you see plus faction power is 51, and this is plus 49. So I need my Minister of State to get reelected so that I can reform my government. So I'm actually gonna have to just increase support. But the faction support is very similar, so it won't. I only lost like maybe 700 unity. Yeah, you have to sacrifice again. That's kind of a low roll. The way sacrificing works is it takes the amount of pops you throw into the grinder as a percent of like your total population, and I think it's like 15% of your total population is the max or something, and then it like there's a chance it will be high or low, or and there's like a larger chance it will just be in the middle. Oh my god, I have to support this guy one more time. So high rolls are like 70% unity, and then low rolls are like 40%. And I got 50%, which is okay, I guess. Okay, so got reelected, that's good. So I'll show you. I'm gonna reform the merchant guilds, and what's that gonna do is it's gonna turn a politician into a merchant, and the game doesn't prioritize jobs properly, so it will unemploy ruler. You might think that you can get around that by unemploying both of your rulers like I'm doing right now, but look, I'm gonna switch to merchant guilds, and I hope I don't mess this up. Let's see, I'm gonna take a save. Yeah. So I employed the politician back, but the person that filled in the merchant job is not the second unemployed ruler because the adaptive frames is like it's saying that this merchant is actually better being pulled from a specialist pool. So that's pretty annoying. What you can do though is since I have my second colony which is missing a ruler, I can just move him over. I mean hopefully if they fix this later because this is obviously a bug. Yeah, just hire all your leaders back. So you could have a commander on your council, and you will be actually pushing a lot of agendas, so they'll be pretty high level. But I like having four. I like having four officials since they will help you get more unity once you get them to level 4 and 5. But it doesn't change anything too much. So finish enmity, and then you can take one vision, which just gives you 10% more unity. And also reset your politics. So you can go to antagonistic, and I'm going to just spawn in communications with everyone, since I would have them by now. This is a multiplayer game. Rival the Fallen Empire, super free. Just rival random people. Sorry. Yeah, so this is going to be minerals and alloys, and this capital will just be alloys, and yeah, research. just gonna promote them so that they stay in power. Yeah, like 300 trade on my capital. If I had a player with a branch office here, they would be making like 300 energy. And you, what you should do is trade back half of the energy, and that's just like I could have 150 energy credits right now. But the only thing it's gonna slow down is I'm not able to buy max alloys right now. Like max alloys and minerals. When I'm gonna early launch departmental once it gets a bit cheaper, like 700 as well. Yeah, like I'm already making 370 influence unity. Actually, I'm gonna build an industrial district, and I might employ one of them. But yeah, we're just developing, building a few major orbitals. Like right now, until you get virtuality, you're just preparing for virtuality. So you're like building major orbitals to get more districts, and then you're building in districts. That's pretty much it. Virtuality is so worth it that it is optimal to like literally be zero research if it helps you get virtuality faster. Push this and go evolving society. You have so much trade bonuses. It's crazy. to get this guy, I'm gonna move over. Oh no. I'm gonna move over someone from my capital. Just build commercial zones to like get them you will want commercial zones to fill in the rest of your buildings anyway, so like my ideal habitat layout for this game, since I have mineral deposits in Sirius, I'm gonna have like only industrial districts in my capital, and then I'm gonna have 6 mining districts and the rest as industrial for my second colony. This colony will have only research districts, and all of the building slots will be taken up by commercial zones.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
You're able to finish statecraft and take this before evolving society, so I will. I don't even want to build with my minerals that much though, because they cost a shit ton of upkeep. But yeah, since you're playing Void Dwellers, your districts are really fast to build, so you don't even need to pre-build it that hard.
Alert. Non-standard space entity encountered.
For all your officials, take advisor. 5% trade value, and then if I get an investor, it'll be another 10%. And I think they are weighted more to get investors, so I should. Or maybe they're not. I've just been getting them a lot. Actually, this might be a little bit slow. I was hoping I'd have grown a pup or assembled a pup in time for my sacrifice. I might just wait a few months. Man, this pup that I'm assembling that will be then sacrificed. I'm just gonna sacrifice right now. I don't really want to wait 4 months without having the edict on. Oh, that sucks. This is a kind of a low roll. Oh well. I mean, it's just RNG. But yeah, I should be getting the transformation age at around year 18. With that sacrificing being a low roll, it might be later, but it shouldn't be by that much. And before evolving society, I'm gonna take this.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
I don't really want to build major orbitals on these deposits yet, because I think that removes them.
Communications alert. Executing evasion protocols.
Also, it's worth memorizing like what these anomalies give, and if any of them give unity, you should do them. I'm pretty sure none of these give unity, so I'm just gonna research them after I get virtuality.
Communications alert.
Honestly, I kind of want to hire this guy, but it costs a lot of unity. He's level 3, and then he has Eye of Talent, which is really good. This guy's barely level 3, but oh well.
Technological acquisition successful.
Well, I could turn on capacity subsidies, but I'm not even working any. Okay. So, I know some players will take Consecrated Worlds because this allows you to use the worlds in your space, and you have a decision which costs 500 unity to you can consecrate them, and depending on how good they are, you'll get a unity buff. So like for Gaia worlds, you'll get like I think it's 10%, but then for normal worlds, you will get probably a normal amount like 5%, and I don't know, I don't really find it worth it. It probably is faster, but like marginally. So yeah, I need to launch this. I'm just gonna take Transcendent Learning instead. Um, yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. So as soon as you get the transformation, you will be able to start using the synthetic age ascensions, and those are really nice because, like the psionics build, you can spam them. They're easy to run. They're shorter to run, and they're also what's it called? They have a short cooldown. So that's why your leaders will actually be pretty high level. And of course, you've been sacrificing pops like crazy, so your empire size is also super small. So I'm running second strike right now. In 26 months, it will be done, but in 12 months, I will have transformation age. So I think I'll be able to like early launch this a bit and get synthetic age not that far after, which is pretty good. And then after synthetic age, I'm gonna run open arms just for 10% trade value. If I was in a multiplayer game and I had commercial packs, you should run open markets. They stack because the commercial pack efficiency, it goes both ways. So if everyone runs open markets, then your commercial packs will actually become super significant. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't apply here. So there's not really technically any reason why you should take that. Yeah, I said by year 18 you should have transformation age, and it's gonna be year 18, 10 months in, so just a bit off. It's not that off. I'm gonna start building a bit though. Also, I'm not sure when they changed this, but stasis, it usually gives 6 months of unity, but I think it's like bugged and it doesn't right now. I'm not researching for fun, but 90% sure it doesn't do anything, or they changed it sometime. So there's a bit of a, you have to kind of do some math if you want to optimize it. Transformation age, it you need to finish it all the way, and then you get virtuality, the beginner. But to get the pops from virtuality, you need to finish it. So you're essentially balancing how much you want to speed up your approach with Unity, because this speeds up situation speed by 20%, but it also decreases Unity by 20%. Yeah, like this stasis hit just doesn't give any Unity. Now I say you want to balance it, but honestly, I don't really think about it, and I just go on the fastest one. Because I think that the faster you get the early events that all give you resources which you can sell. Also, for all of these events, just click this will be our top priority, and it gives you full nanotech research results. Like, the only thing this does is it slows down your engineering speed, but you don't even make research, so who cares? And when it says full results, it just gives you like a feature on your capital that gives you more of the resource. But yeah, I just like the fastest because I feel like if you can get the features faster, you'll have a economy up earlier, or you'll be able to improve your economy earlier.
Technological acquisition successful.
I'm actually not gonna push this. Just gonna let it tick out.
Technological acquisition successful.
But here's some numbers. So if you go overclocked and then for the last stage, you have a choice to get energy or 25% speed, you should always choose the 25% speed, because the energy they gave, like 2,000, is just so, it's like not worth it. It's not a lot. So if you are doing full overclock, it will take you 81 months, which is about 6.75 years. So at year 18, that would be at about year 25, but
Anomalous surface variable detected.
I'm not gonna actually have enough unity, I think, so later on, once I get some of the economy buffs, I'm gonna slow down a bit.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Alright, so now I'm gonna run synthetic age. Nice, see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, here I didn't get it, but in the advisor trait pool, there's like, I forget how many traits, like 7 or 8, but actually 4 of them are really good, because you have investor, which gives you trade value. This is probably the best, since most of your unity comes from trade, and it's 10%. And then the second best one is reformer, which gives you 5% monthly unity. And so both of them are really good. Unified focus is 10% from jobs. You don't actually have a lot of jobs. The only jobs you have are these death priests and your rulers, but they still make up a considerable amount, so the resources from unity from jobs is good as well. And then there is architectural interest, which just gives you build speed. It doesn't like build speed, build cost. It doesn't give you any unity, but also sacrifice. 42 again. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. So I actually sacrificed 4 pots that time. Okay, whatever. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the architectural interest. It doesn't help you get virtuality faster, but it helps you build more jobs, and that is just as important as getting virtuality. Because like, who cares if you complete virtuality and you have like no jobs built? It's like then you don't even spawn pots. Like, let me do some math. So 63 months. It'll be less, but let's say in 63 months. And then 63 times my current Unity income, that's 29,000. So when I get virtuality, I will have about 40,000 Unity. And you need 66,000 Unity. So that is, I am going to have to slow down a bit. I mean, my Unity income is going to increase because I'm going to be launching some more synthetic gauges and I'll be leveling up my leaders, which will give me more traits like this one. But yeah, I'm going to have to slow it down a bit. I think I'm going to actually slow it down probably right now. Uh,
Diplomatic alert. Supranational event.
okay, I really am going to have to build in these. Actually, I'm going to go to the next stage to get the resource, and I'm going to slow down. Yeah, I don't think any of these give Unity. Archaeological sites can also give Unity, but I don't think this one does. And I don't have any other ones. Nanites! I love nanites. Unfortunately, you can't sell them. Yeah, just kind of chilling right now. So actually, I'm going to start unemploying roboticists because um, I need 4 pops to sacrifice at year 25, and right now I have 3, so I am going to be able to get a pop on my capital, and then I don't need any more workers, so I'm just going to start getting rid of roboticists and hiring them as actually useful jobs. It's also really nice because the roboticists cost a shit ton of alloys. Wow, great economy I have.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Why am I not buying minerals? Not sure. Something else you need to make sure you don't mess up with is that you can't sacrifice virtual pops. So in this case, I don't even have to worry about it, I think, because, okay, nice, I got that one. I don't even have to worry about it, I think, because I'm gonna get this a bit, it's like on time for single player, but if you're in multiplayer and you have commercial packs branches, you're actually getting unity from other players as well, then you'll finish this a bit faster. And don't finish this before year 25, because if you finish it before year 25, the game automatically takes the first virtual tradition pick for you, which is nice since you don't have to pay for it. But it also sucks because you can't sacrifice the ritual pops. So if you have it before year 25, before this edict comes off cooldown, you will not be able to sacrifice your pops, and you will just lose like what 50% unity. Nice. Um, I think I'm gonna take investor. Another reason why investor is good is because the way investor goes from level 1 to 3, at level 3 it goes from 10% to 15% to 25% trade value. So the jump from level 2 to 3 is huge, and I think I'm not sure how much level 3 reformer is. Like it's 15% or 20% or something, but like 25% trade is just so much more. So yeah, I have 3 investors and a reformer, which is just really good. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if it's like weighted more or what, but I always seem to get these. Anyways, now that I'm making a lot of alloys, I'm gonna actually start building more construction ships. Let me click. Okay, whatever, dude. 35 months at 500
Anomalous surface
unity
variable detected.
is 18k unity, so what? I'm gonna have 42k when I need 66k? Yeah. Also, you can sell living metals to do it. I'm my 4th Mortal Initiate, so now I will be able to turn this into a commercial zone. Unemploy the roboticists, metallurgists. And I will start overbuying resources too. This is gonna mess up the market price, but I don't care. Once you have virtuality, you will be swimming in money. So once I get the virtuality feature, I'm gonna go back to error correcting, I think. Oh, this is the only one left to build. Synthetic age comes up at your 25.7. Okay, cool.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
This blocker is actually just so good. 22 energy, dark matter. Actually, okay guys, don't make the same mistake I did in the Monty tournament. You have to click virtual to confirm that you're going virtual. Don't click nano machines because nano is just so dog. I'm just gonna delete this, build another industrial district. Do we have to mark it up or what? I'm not sure why these prices are so low actually. Huh, weird. No, that is actually so fucked. Okay, why not? Okay, 28 months, and I'm making 560, so I will have 50k unity. A single trader makes 35 trade value. That is very cool. Okay, I'm really hoping the sacrifice gives me an actually a high roll. I got 240%. Like, I could have gotten 270%. I'm gonna buy less alloys and buy even more minerals. There's no way. Oh no, that's really unlucky. Oh well. Whatever. Well, I think I got like a 70% or 60%. I forgot what I got. I like year 5 to 10, but yeah, always click this one. Like the 2000 energy credits is just so small. And now that's year 25 and I clicked my sacrifice, I'm gonna try to finish this as fast as possible. When you finish virtuality, or sorry, you're gonna do virtuality in 2 parts. You're gonna take the hold up.
Anomalous surface variable detected. Council agenda available.
Yeah, finish this. So you're gonna push virtuality in 2 parts. Um, Once this finishes, you will open it, and then you should take the one on the left that gives you production bonus. But then, and then you take the one on the right as well, since you need to. But then you have to wait since you don't want to open up the policy, which is the one in the middle. I could have even overclocked it a bit earlier to get Virtuality year 25, but not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need like at least one, or maybe build 2 habitation districts on these colonies, just for amenities. Okay, so it gives you the first point for automatically. Now you can't sacrifice pops, and this gives you resources from jobs per colony. So you should just take this immediately, and then you have to take this one. It's like okay, the only bad thing is that it gives empire size from planets. So if I had a 4th planet, or if I had like more pops from like refugees or something, then I might be over 100 empire size. And being over 100 empire size, it's just kind of sad because you can't push these agendas as cheaply, and also the attrition costs more. But you have to take it at some point, and I don't have my empires built really small, so I'll just take it. But yeah, I'm don't take this right now because it will unlock the policy that it gives you 100% bonus to research Unity, or well, I don't even know what it does for leaders, but you will start default on the research policy, and you will get minus 40% to your Unity production. You can't go Unity focused either because you'll finish virtual in like 3 years, and then you will want to switch back to research, but as a 10-year cooldown. So that's why it's better to just wait. Like technically, it would be faster to take it right now and then take the Unity policy, but you would have so little Unity. Sorry, research. Well, comparatively little. Every number you get on virtual is high.
Communications alert.
So right now, I'm just waiting for enough Unity to take these 3 all at once. And if you're at below 100 empire size, that is going to take, let me check. It's going to take 43,000. Oh my god. So I need like 19,000,
Anomalous surface variable detected.
and I'm making about 600. So wow, I'm going to get it in 3 years. For this build, I think I'm going to play to year 35 or something like that though. Because a lot of the... This is a year 30 game, but you still want... And virtual, it doesn't come online year 30. Like, at year 30, if you're playing Progenitor or Prosperous Unification, and you are building tech and alloys, you would have a bigger fleet at year 30. The difference, though, is that as soon as you take Virtuality, your economy and tech and alloys just become so much higher that it only takes like a few short years, like 5 or 10 years, for you to quickly outpace anyone. By year 40, you are 100% past everyone, and they cannot catch up. So, from like at year 30, even if I got it at like even if I got the virtuality like year 26, I think at year 30 might still be behind.
Technological acquisition successful.
cool. Just take that. Why not? Man, I would really wish these guys leveled up. This guy will passively level up, I think. Yeah. Honestly, the 5% unity might be better than 5% trade value. But then I'm gonna mess up the investor level 3 timing, so I won't. Also, if I had any... I may be wrong. I might search up these anomalies after one of them might give unity, but they don't give... None of these give unity. Some of the big ones, I think, are like the heat anomaly.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Wait, hold up. I think I have a list. Yeah. Yeah, none of these give unity. You can just see like if you got an anomaly or something which just gives you 12 months of unity, like you just be a year ahead. Holy crap. I think I've actually built out a lot of the major orbitals. I think if I took the anomalies on like this planet, I would be able to build one here. That's cool. Okay, like three more ticks. I was a year off from my year 28 guess. I will blame that on the sacrifices. But yeah, if you check the Montu cast, you can see I think the fastest one there was year 24, but at the tail end. But then at year 25, the majority of people started virtually, like they finished virtually Ascension. I think I did mine like year 25 or 26 too. But that's just commercial packs speeding it up by like 3 years. Oh, I have it now, I think. Wow, exactly. So yeah, so like just to look at my economy, and then I'm gonna open up all my jobs.
Anomalous surface variable.
The virtual effect on your economy. Insane. So, what do I do?
Technological acquisition successful.
I think I'm gonna build 2 alloy districts here.
Technological acquisition successful.
Go forge capital. And my sign ships.
Technological acquisition successful.
Can build on all these minor orbitals and stuff.
Communications alert.
Oh yeah, go forge capital here too.
Technological acquisition
Oh
successful.
shoot. Oh my god, I was gonna say, okay, if you're in a trade fed, you can go on the trade policy, which gives you unity and consumer goods. But I'm not in a trade fed. So trade feds are better for scaling, but if you're not in a trade fed, you can just go to consumer benefits. And you will be able to go forge capital on all of your industrial districts because this consumer benefits pays for everything. It gives you way too much consumer goods actually, so like I'm even in a deficit, so I have like happiness and stuff. But once I'm out of the deficit, I'll be at like plus 200, I think, something around that. Also, if you get crime events, like you don't care. What will they do? Spawn criminals? Like they don't. The worst part about criminals is that they take away from your production of other things. But
Acquisition
in this
successful.
case, like they take pops away. But in this case, the pops they are infinite. So yeah, like right now, if this was a multiplayer game, I'd start thinking about building my fourth colony because just strictly for like the highest numbers possible, I think you want 3 colonies. But if you want to keep scaling, you do need a fourth colony and then maybe in a fifth colony.
Communications alert.
So yeah, it's about year 30, and like these numbers are just insane because like every other build I've posted on this channel, you could get one of these numbers, but only one. So like I think the Overtune build, you could easily get 1.2k research, and the Teacher of the Tribe build, you could easily get 400 alloys, but you definitely can't get both. And just look at all my other numbers. Like I'm producing way too much consumer goods. For a lot of alloy builds on Bio, you need to choose between consumer goods and alloys, but not here. And I'm also like plus 280 minerals. Like I will be able to keep building. I could have built another habitat, or I could colonize the planet and turn into an eco-monopolist. These minerals will just pay for everything. And I have so much energy, so there is a lot of variance too, by the way, and how much you want to focus on
Technological
each number.
acquisition
So,
successful.
for example, on my capital, I could have built instead of only alloy districts, maybe 3 research districts or 6 research districts, and
Technological
then I could have hit
acquisition
2k
successful.
research. It's just kind of up to you based off of how much you need.
Council agenda available.
Yeah, your Unity income drops a lot because of the policy and because of the fact that you switch off of the virtual policy and the trade policy. So right now, I actually make the least amount of Unity I've made the entire game.
Technological acquisition successful.
So here's a list of funny stuff you can do with this low amount with virtual. You could push this agenda for very cheap by unemploying all of your jobs, and then your empire size will drop, and you'll be able to push it. Honestly, I might just do it right now though, because I don't really need Unity. If you
Technological
also have like
acquisition
some
successful.
refugees or something, you could unemploy all your pups, do a sacrifice, and then after you do the sacrifice, you'll get max effect. You'll get the max effect. Like I might even take architectural sense if I wasn't going for investors. Oh, speaking of which, I think I had a architectural interest that I want to put. Whatever. And these habitats, they need the habitation district for amenities, but Your capital does not need amenities, so I'm also going to turn these habitation districts to alloys.
Communications alert.
Oh, you can ascend your things too, by the way. Should definitely do that. It gives you an extra district.
Technological acquisition successful.
But yeah, at year 30, you're already making a lot of, like, way more resources than anyone else. Oh, that's kind of sucks, but I think how it works is that you already have, like, on my researchers, I have plus 100% from virtual, and I have plus 100% from the research focus, so there's already like plus 300% bonus, and then it's just 20%. It's kind of nothing. But yeah, I was gonna say, you already outproduce everyone, but you still don't actually, like, I don't have more techs than my neighbors probably, but all it takes is like 5 years, and then I'm gonna soon be surpassing all my neighbors. Like, not even just the AI, like anyone that's not playing virtual.
Technological acquisition
Oh shoot,
successful.
I'm capped.
Situation log adjusted.
Yeah, what was really cool is if you're playing on 0.75 times tech or tradition cost, sorry, you'll be able to get virtuality like so early. Like you'll be able to get it year 20 something. Like year 24, maybe year 22 if you're in a multiplayer lobby. So like I got it year 29. Imagine getting it year 22. I would just have you would like you'd have $800 a month at year 30. And I'm on my way to get that, but it's gonna take me to like year 35 to get that. Actually, I need to build star bases just for resource silos.
Technological acquisition successful.
And that just gave me 7k stored research. My research numbers are just so high.
Technological acquisition successful.
I am gonna need to save this slot though for moats. A reason why commercial zones are so good, by the way, is that as well as the fact that you are just a trade build, you have a lot of trade bonuses. Oh shit, I built a destroyer. Like I have all these investor trades. I have mercantile finished. Another reason is that these commercial zones, they give 2 clerk and trader jobs. So like
Technological
normal buildings, they usually give 2 jobs, like a research lab or an alloy foundry, but these buildings should give 4 jobs. And you can upgrade them as well. So they're just super efficient.
construction complete. Construction complete. Technological acquisition successful. Standard SpaceX legend. Technological acquisition successful. Special project complete.
I might even
Technological acquisition successful.
sure take whatever you want. Yeah, I need way more resource silos for year 35. I mean, year 35 is just an arbitrary date.
Technological acquisition successful.
Man, if I got the Mega Forges, I think I'd be able to get to like 800 alloys a month. A reason why I like building alloys on my capital too is because your habitats, without this tech,
Technological acquisition successful.
which is really expensive, you're only gonna have habitat administrations on your habitats, your like secondary habitats. But your
Construction
capital starts with
complete.
the upgraded version already, so you can get nanoplants on your capital without having to research the huge ass tech. Yeah, reform level 3 is 15% unity versus 25% trade. It's just trade is just way better.
Technological acquisition successful. Technological acquisition successful.
I should
Construction
have upgraded
complete.
the other building. The reason why I need to buy so many alloys too is because I don't even have this building. If I had it down and I upgraded it, I would start. I will have my own alloy income right now, which is kind of low. I mean, it is still super
Technological
high.
acquisition successful.
Okay,
Evaluation
I will build these mega forges because I really want to see just how much I get when I upgrade them. So I'll build them, and that's like at year 35. These are the numbers.
operations below.
It could also be easily like a negative energy, but that's just because I'm buying so much minerals. Oh well. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it here. You'll have to use your imagination to imagine what could happen with mega forges. But yeah, virtuality is just super broken, and Void Dwell is probably one of the best. It's like the best build to use it. Just look at the look at the pop density on my planets. Like these are habitats, and they're reaching 80 pops, 90 pops. Actually, like they could probably easily reach 100 if I just built different things. Like like I said, the most amount of jobs you get are the habitation districts, which gives 6 clerks, and these only give 3 metallurgists. Um, so you could easily reach like more pops, but then they won't be that useful. But 250 pops or something is like a pretty normal amount for like when you've built almost everything. And yeah, it's true you can't really expand that much after you've ascended a few times. You've taken this tech and you've upgraded everything. You can't really expand that much like a planet goes to an EQ monopolist status, and they can double their jobs after they've already been built to the full. But not really the same here. Your basic expansion is like taking the text and also upgrading these zones. But like, who cares? Who cares when you have these numbers? Like, no one will be close to making your alloys or research, and you have both of them. If I was in a trade fed, I would also have the most amount of unity in the game. Like, uh, I'm making 470 CGs from trade. That's 470 unity base that I'd be making with the trade fed policy, and it's base, so I'm getting everything applied to it, like my reformer level 3. So this would just be like 1,000 unity in a trade fed. So this build just literally makes everything as soon as you get virtuality, and that's just because virtuality is broken. Um, the only weakness is when it's early on, you can get attacked, but that's not even that much of a weakness. So yeah, hope you enjoyed.